To sweet potatoes, which I'd say this was just a specific month. I'd say February, where I would make almost every other day these sweet potato muffins, blueberry muffins, and then also sweet potato brownies as well, where it's essentially like you roast or you steam sweet potatoes and you use that instead of like milk. And I don't know, I just love the idea. Like, you couldn't even taste it, but just using it, it just makes it just made it feel a lot more wholesome, essentially. And I really loved it, and I think I do miss making them. I think I will make some maybe tomorrow, although I do need to make a carrot cake as well. So I'm really fond of sweet potatoes in general. I love, like, because they're a lot healthier than like the kind of classic, you know, potatoes, because they're less starchy. So I also like to make, you know, chips out of them, or like mashed potatoes out of them. So yeah, I might link down some recipes down below if you want to indulge in some sweet potato goods, you could say. Because I don't know, it's like really, I don't know, and there's also like the smell of the dough is just so lovely with the sweet potato. I can't explain it. I also think that the sweet potatoes like that I bought were really good too, and like sometimes they're hit or miss. They're also sweet, so I did put sugar in them. I put maple syrup. Oh, they're so good. Now that I'm talking about it, I really do wish to indulge in one myself. So good. Yeah, no, I really love them. So that's it, sweet potato. That is the first favourite.
Perfect. It's just kind of more Sunday.
Let's see. I'd say another favourite, but I think I'll make a full video on its own somewhat about it, is my commonplace book, or just commonplace books in general. But yeah, I think I will save that for another video. Okay, so another one is baths, specifically like, imagine baths, yeah, baths, already like an indulgent thing to, you know, to go forth with, yeah, it's like, but then imagine like the indulgence is like here, and then imagine making it like off the bar, off the walls, bath, beautiful hot steaming bath, and then like put some lavender essential oil in there, whatever, get your goods in there, get yourself a cup of tea as well. I know it might be like considered like unhygienic to kind of drink in the bath or eat in the bath, and I really do wish, like, I don't think it would have been, you know, unhygienic if there wasn't a toilet in the same room, and I wish that only if I ever owned my own house, the bath and the toilet would be kept separate. I would do that personally. But like, anyway, I don't think like once the bathroom is taken care of and it's clean, then it's really okay. But then I get myself a hot tea, so it's like I'm essentially sweating in my bath. It's actually horrible. But it's hot tea and then a hot bath, and then I put on a show that I just finished yesterday, which is Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh my gosh, one of the best shows I've ever watched, honestly. So beautiful. And I just put on my phone, I haven't leaned against on it, and then I watch my show in the bath. And it's just So it's like the most indulgent ever. It's like, especially this one specific evening where I indulged in that. It was absolutely gorgeous, and I for one of the best moments of these 3 months. Like truly, like that's the favourite of the favourites. So I've indulged in that, and it really feels like, because it's like I don't have the lights on, it's dark, and like anyway I'm sipping my tea or whatever, and then it's like you're just so fully engaged, enamoured and captured by the visuals, by the story, by the montages and so on. So it's very, very beautiful.
Baby! Oh, you're so precious!
Okay, another favourite of mine, actually, on the topic of teas, I rarely pick up like a black tea. When I do, I usually put honey and either a slice of lemon or a dash of milk. That's usually the kind of the ratio, the formula to a banging black tea, or Earl Grey or English breakfast, you know, whatever. But I do prefer herbal or berry teas far, far, far more, and that's what I often drink. And what I've been loving is not sweetening the herbal teas, not sweetening the berry teas. Like this one that I have currently is apple and cinnamon. Let me see if I can show you. I think oh my gosh. I think the tea bag is fully in, like even the tag, but it's apple and cinnamon and it's beautiful. And I genuinely never liked this one with honey or sweetness because it's oddly like sweet in its own way. Oh my gosh, it smells so bitter. And also that's a lovely thing, like even when it spills, like there's not much of a commotion because it's like the stickiness of the honey or the sugar that like you'd worry about. So it's kind of amazing in all that respect. But the point where I want to reach to is how I consume my teas lately. The past few months now, the past 3 months, is via a date. So I'm going to just kind of like show you how I would consume it. So here's the tea. And then like that, and it's sweetened tea, and it's so beautiful, so I don't know, I just love it. And it really makes me savour this as well as the tea. I don't know, just like it's a beautiful like a combination, but also lets me kind of slow down and truly savour my food, which like I don't do often, which I really should, because I love that feeling of like slowness, appreciation, whatever. But I don't do it often, and it's so unfortunate. But I also prefer, these are like the classic like Algerian dates, but my favourite dates are called jittery dates, which I think I will actually go to buy. And who knows, if my camcorder is still not dying essentially, because it dies quite quickly, I will maybe take you there with me, maybe take you out. I've already been out today, but because it doesn't get too dark too fast, I think I might go later, which is good. To get some jittery dates. Now these are like the classic, like very nostalgic dates. I also recently started loving these dates called medjool dates, and they're big, they're quite pricey as well, and they're very, very soft and very rich. And I never liked them before, but with a tea, preferably like a little bit acidic, just amazing. That's like, oh, just so gorgeous. only qualm I have with jittery dates, my favourite ones, is, oh my gosh, there's a spider. By the way, I am in the shed. I did say that, didn't I? I guess you could have guessed. But jittery dates, yeah, they're my favourite. But the only qualm I have regarding them is that the outer kind of skin, like this, is quite thick and can kind of like get in between your teeth, and I'm not a big fan of that. But like, the flavour is so beautiful. It's like caramel. There's like a slight bitterness to it. That I won't even describe it as bitterness, but it's just beautiful, I'll be honest. So I might go quickly to buy them. It's not too far, but yeah, I really recommend indulging in your teas in this way. And if you don't like dates, I'm sure dried figs or raisins should be just as fine. I think that'd be good as well. I just get so easily lost here, oh my gosh. Okay, I have here written down apple and cinnamon tea as well, which is the one that I'm enjoying myself with right now. So apple and cinnamon tea. I mean that just genuinely anything with apple, anything with cinnamon is going to be beautiful. It is not my favourite tea ever. My favourite tea would definitely be Puga, elderberry and echinacea. But I really want to kind of infuse more just like loose teas and make my own combinations, which is really lovely. So many books that I have not read yet on my shelf, and I thought like, gosh, like I can't be doing this. Yeah, like the books are cheap, I only really buy from charity shops, but still it's like it comes to a point. Unfortunately, I have broken it because, let me find it. I found Thus Spoke Zarathustra in the Wild by Friedrich Nietzsche. And this is literal gold. It's Nietzsche's most influential work, and I never really read him at all, even though like he was obviously like the first philosopher I've ever really come acquainted with. But it's gold, and in a charity shop too, like there's so many like classics and like literature in charity shops, but it's kind of rare to find like a philosophy book like this, so I just had to buy it and I'm so happy I did. I'm so delighted I did. It's like €2-3, really good, because I want to tell you what's so fun about this book. First of all, I didn't know that Nietzsche was so poetic. I thought he'd be like very matter of fact, but that's not the case. He kind of reminds me of my own kind of poetry, except his actually has nuance in it, unlike mine. And what did I want to say? I actually haven't read a lot of it, but this one is like the book that's in my bag, because first of all, the size is pretty good and it's very lightweight. And another thing is, my favourite thing to do, especially when I'm in my course or just with my best friend or something, like if we're in like an odd situation, or if it's just kind of a bit too science or something, I'll go into my bag and I say, what's Nietzsche saying? And then I'd like open this and then I would be like, how did this happen to managers? Not because he has had to be ashamed too often, or like another line or something like that. Usually it is gibberish like what I've just said and isn't really correlating to the scene that I'm experiencing, but sometimes it is actually so funny. It will be so accurate. Like, I remember in my childcare course, there was this guy from like another course who was kind of shouting at the manager, a tutor just in the room before us in like the manager's office, and we were like all trying to do our maths and all that, and we were like, oh my gosh, what is happening over there? Because it was like, sounded like pencils were getting like knocked out, and the guy was really crashing out and was really loud. Probably a very troubled soul. But and then I remember I was like, what does Nietzsche have to say about this? And then I opened it and it was like, I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, and then I recited this to my friend. It was something like, oh, the two wolves inside of him were fighting or something like that, but obviously in a more poetic. And then my best friend, like, they turned to me and they were like, ah, like, you know, like the kind of the wolf kind of picture. I'm gonna you know, put it in the corner like that, and then I did the same thing, and it was just so perfect. Like, yeah, the two wolves inside him are fighting right now. Oh, I love him. Just really, it's like, oh, I've never had so much fun with a book ever. And like a book, it's not like me just, you know, reading a book like this. It's like an interaction almost. I just love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. So really adoring having that. I really just recommend having some, like, maybe poetry or some philosophy like that. You don't have to do the same thing as me, but if I get someone else to bring this book around them and also do the same thing and make it a thing, that'd be so awesome. Because it's really, like, my life, as I said, is for nothing but it's like these little things is what makes it so just colourful. I really adore it. Let's see. Here I have just doodling more, and I don't know. I write this because I do think I doodle just like a little bit more than I usually do, and I don't even doodle a lot, like, to begin with. And I still think I should doodle even more, but the only thing that's stopping me is my phone. And I don't know, I feel like the addiction is so out of hand, because, like, especially when, like, you're so adamant about stopping it, you know, you just kind of realise, gosh, how addicted you are to your phone, and it's just so horrible, you know, you truly realise the weight of it. But little by little I will detach myself and hopefully not even have a smartphone and revert to my dumb phone. You know, I'll pray that will work. Anyway, doodling, I will show you a bit of my doodles here. So here, this is my character from a novel that I wish to write. I've actually also started outlining it more here and kind of going in depth to the characters. So that's very fun. I haven't really done that in a while, so just a little doodle. So that's going to be very nice here. This is like a speakeasy in the 1920s. I'll doodle. It's very fun. What else? Here. Here I was actually, I'm currently reading Crime and Punishment very slowly. I don't read enough at all. I read so little, it's so embarrassing. But here I basically was quite stuck on like continuing Crime and Punishment, not because it was too dark or anything, but because Dostoevsky is not very good at describing scenery, and then I couldn't move on knowing that I'm not picturing it like remotely like accurate. So I pulled up my commonplace, which is so lovely to have, and I just line by line I was like, okay, to the left, and then did a little messy drawing of it. Okay, that's where Raskolnikov is. Here, where is it? No, here. Here, so that's where Raskolnikov is, and then like there and there, and like I genuinely can't understand this right now, but it really helped me in the moment, which is all that matters. And yeah, where he kind of hid the kind of scraps of like fabric that was bloodied, and then that's him. That's Raskolnikov from Crime and Punishment. That's my interpretation of him, just regarding the book. So I love doodling. This is not my main sketchbook. Here, this one's of my character Leith as well. But I just think it's so nice to do, just to break into doodle. The only thing that kind of like, which is stupid by the way, but the only thing that kind of makes me feel icky, oddly enough, it's so stupid, is like one of my doodles are genuinely better than like my coloured, put a lot of effort drawing just because like I liked the expression or something, and then I feel like I dislike my sketchbook or something, or that I should cut these out and put these in my sketchbook as I like prefer most of these. But like, no, let these be in the commonplace book, and then let what I intend to be in my sketchbook be in the sketchbook, and it's okay for my drawings to be interspersed like that. Just like the weight is off my chest now, and it's so stupid, like it's so irrational, but I feel that way sometimes. So yeah. I have here written having coins, which, because usually I don't really take out my money from my card, but just having coins is so nice, because in case someone needs just an extra 50 cents or something of that sort, or like it's just how like you kind of get surprised, like oh, it's in this pocket, oh, it's in that pocket, and just like the kind of like giddiness you get from that is just so lovely. And I don't know, I just remember having like coins as a child too, so it's just so nice. I don't know, having coins. It's not wearing a heavy coat. Spring is coming. Well, this only really applies for March, as well as the next one that's coming. But I have this like beautiful brown big puffer, and I love it. It keeps me warm. It's not too heavy, but like still, you kind of feel like a penguin or something like that wearing it. And like sometimes I do want that, but sometimes I don't, and I am kind of sick of it. So it just feels like nice to wear like something like this, or even like there was a few days where we didn't have to wear coats at all. So that's so nice. I love spring, and I'm so excited for summer as well. And then I've also, because the sun's out, have been getting into a lot of like hip hop and rap. and one that I wish to specifically mention is Nujabes. I'm actually currently watching some Samurai Champloo, which he did the whole soundtrack of, the opening and the ending as well. So good currently. I'm really enjoying it. But it makes me so happy. It makes me want to dance as well. And I really love that. So I just wanted to mention that too. So anyway, that is my tri-monthly favourites, I'd say. I might have forgotten some things, but anyway, I think that would be good. Hopefully you'll take something out of the video. It's okay if you didn't. Amazing.
Może taip ir susensta miestas, įsivaizduot, tai telikų žinių vis dėdami.
I'm gonna use this against you guys. I'm gonna use whatever you say against you at some point, okay?
No guys, don't use please. Aš tik sakau savo, my perception, what I see.
Don't worry about it, I'm joking.
Okay, so one for the
Yeah.
and you share with Ivor.
Yeah, and I share with my mom.
Yeah.